Hello everyone and welcome back to Elm Creek with Grover Games. We're here today on another mod tutorial and review. I didn't think I'd be doing another one this soon, but I was browsing these grain bins here. We'll get to those in a bit. I was kind of browsing them and then I found this Westfield Auger mod W13071. It is a mod made by Scooter's Workbench. It's not one of those easy to find mods. I found it on his personal Facebook page. I'll be leaving the links to all the modders and the mods in the description again with all the links to their pages and other mods like that. But I wanted to kind of get this mod out there and kind of help advertise it because I think this is another cool older style mod to have if you're kind of into the earlier, I guess when I was growing up in the 90s farming. And my folks still use it in Auger, but we got one kind of like this. It's not a Westfield one, but it's the same concept. And like I said, I kind of want to show it off. And I think there were a few people who were having a little bit of issues from what I've seen, so I figured I'd make a quick video kind of demonstrating it. I'm going to pull up the help menu here today just so you can follow along. It makes it a little easier. But yeah, we're going to jump right into it. So these bins were done by Squatch Monkey. I believe they were done by Western Modding. I am from the way it talked on his Facebook page, but do not quote me on that. He basically converted them over into Farming Simulator 22. And these are also a single crop bin. So that means we're only going to be able to put one crop in. And as you can kind of see in the background, I got several wagons here. Both these wagons, the Brent 644 and the J&M 650, are made by Dinsey Farms. And I got his link in the description as well. And we're going to get into it. So the first thing with these bins, they're always in the build menu, and they got 4 different styles. So they got a vertical and a horizontal auger. So with the horizontal, you'll need an auger to unload it like so. And you'll also need, excuse me. And the other one is a horizontal. So if you have a horizontal one, it's just going to unload to the top side here. I'll place one down quick and kind of show you. It'll be easier to see. So they're going to be under silos. And it's a horizontal. There we go, vertical auger. So as you can see, you'll be able to pull up right to it, and you won't have to set up an auger like I got over here for our demonstration. And you'll just pull up, and it'll just pull up the start filling trigger on your wagon, and it'll just start filling out right out that spout there. So one of the first things to do with these bins, you can't just like set up the auger like you do with the Farming Simulator 22 bins. Instead, you'll have to go up to here, as you kind of notice, and it's got a function to close gate and open the gate. And what we're opening is the hole on top of the roof here. So one of the issues that some people were having, I'm going to hop into the 4020 here. And this is also by Dinsey Farm. As of right now, he's still working on it. But it is functional with just a few error codes, so if you do get it, just be aware of that. And the only thing that I noticed is that like the bucket mod that comes with it, it does not colorize, and it might be confliction on my side with all the different mods I'm running. I do not know for sure if that is for everyone. But the first thing you want to do is start up your tractor, and you're going to have to leave it running for it to work. So if you want to keep it running on the mod hub for Farming Simulator 22, there's a disable motor mod in the conveyor section, if I remember right. Get that. It's totally worth it. As I said in my last video several times, I noticed. So to get this auger to work, there's like no turn on function with like the New Holland blower from the JMF modding. Instead, to turn it on, you just turn the pipe in. Now I'll get the auger running. And we'll leave that tractor running here. And hopefully I'm not too far away. So one of the things I kind of noticed when using this Westfield auger mod, we'll see here, you got to get really close to get the trigger. So like right now, we're not close enough. So we'll take a quick swing around here. Ooh. Coming a little hot there. So you got to get really close to get the trigger to work. So as you can see, we're starting to unload. And it looks like we gotta adjust our spout a little bit, so you can get on the tractor here. Come on. It's a little sensitive, I notice once in a while. And if you're playing with the controller, if you hold R1, you can kind of adjust the like it for it to shift side to side to the left, like that, and to the right. Put it right now. Oh, a little higher. So I might have to get out here. So I wasn't having this many issues before, but sometimes you just need to readjust it a little. Let's try this here. And one of the easier things to do is just use the super strength mod from the lumberjack or from the power tools thing to kind of get it readjusted, because you cannot go into it like a normal auger. Oh, I'm still not getting it to work. Alright, so I think we're going to do a cutaway here, and we'll be right back when I get it working. Okay, I guess it didn't take as long as I thought here. I accidentally put the pipe back out, and we just need to adjust it a little. So we already emptied it all out completely, so we'll have to restart this again. And there we go. One of the cool things I like he did with this mod is that he actually got it to where the tractor will actually idle up a little bit when it's starting to unload. I don't think you can hear it. And just the ambient sounds of the auger unloading is all very realistic and cool. And you don't need to have as much as a gap there. That was just for me to get it adjusted and get it working for this demonstration. I have had a few issues with it, but I might have just be overdoing it, overthinking, trying to get it super precise, and it might not be that precise. But as you can see, we're unloading corn into our single crop bin now. So we got 20,000 bushels of corn here. That wagon should be almost done. And there we are. We got our first wagon emptied. So now, let's say if you want to pull corn from the bin and using this auger, one of the things you'll have to do, I mean, you can get it to work, but I found it easier to be this way, is to get into the construction tool and use the landscaping option to kind of put a little bit of a divot there. So just lower it enough. So we'll fire up this 4020 now. And we'll wait before we start all that. We'll get our Brent wagon back in position here. And we'll just pull right underneath here. And there we are. So we can either start it from here, or we can go back to the tractor and start it up all from there. And it'll fill it up. You'll just have to have the pipe out and everything. And there we are. We just pulled all the corn from the bin. So, and just to demonstrate that this will also work with the J&M wagon mod if you're using it. I'm kind of more partial to that one, and if Dinson watches this video ever, as a modder, just from 19, if you ever bring back the tandem tires, that would be great. I always thought that was the coolest thing ever. But if not, yeah, I still really like this wagon. Even putting tandem tires on the Brent would be cool in my eyes. But let's swing around here. But like I said, you got to pull awfully close to this. Like, you'll be able to clip through it here, as you can see with the wheels. Because when I was first trying it, I was having issues quite a bit. I didn't think it was working right, but it just got to kind of pull really close. Do we got to put the pipe in or out again? There we go. I might have bumped it again. I can tell you for a fact it is not this finicky. I might have bumped it earlier. There we go. Yeah, you can even see the tractor RPM jump up while it's unloading. So now you might be asking yourself, why do I have this little conveyor here? So, one of the things I was exploring, just because this is how I personally like to play, it doesn't mean everyone else does. So let's pull this around the corner here, even though we're done. So the one thing is, I've been using the Kilbros wagon here. Get on our Auger here. And we'll pull around here. Just because this was the first wagon I was testing it with, and I tested it with several other wagons too. So with all the giant stuff, it does work for that. Any other modded wagons, you'll have to test it out for yourself, but this is just a demonstration just because this is more what I play with, is like a lot of the American style gravity wagons. But as you can see, the trigger is not popping up for this wagon. And that's about as close as we can get here. So if you're kind of like me and you're kind of starting with the early stuff and kind of work your way up into this newer the Brent and J&M stuff, I have once again found another workaround. And if you watch the JMF modding video, you already know what's coming. So what we can do is we can use the Giant's conveyor. We can put that there. Hop back in our Auger here. And let's see, make sure I got the conveyor running. Turn that on. And we should be able to make this work. Maybe. There we go. Oh. Come on. Yeah, I'm just a little bit too far to the left. Left now, it looks like. So let's try. There we go. So there we are. So if you still want to use the Kilbros wagon like I do, I think it's on the Kilbros wagon side. I'm not sure, just because I'm not a modder. I'm a tired iron modding never watches it. If he ever gets in collaboration with Scooters modding to figure this stuff out, I think that would be the coolest thing ever. But this is fine. Like I said, this is just the way I want to play it. And if you need like some kind of reason to use a conveyor like this, you could always say, like back in the early 90s, and we still do this once in a while at my folks' place, is that you can just say this is kind of screening the fines and stuff out of the corn, so you don't have all that damaged corn going into your bin. And there we are. We got the Kilbros wagon emptied out, and the bin is full. So that's just another easy workaround. And if you were wondering, just because I know some people might get picky, I know I do a little bit, about like putting a divot here to try and get this way to work. The conveyor will not work with this bin unloader here. I am not sure why, but I cannot get it to work. I've tried several times and I cannot get it to work, but me personally, it does make sense that sometimes guys will dig out the little bit in front of the bin here to get their auger to fit in there. Otherwise, the other thing you can do is you can go into here. And where's equipment? Go down to conveyors. And you can just buy the normal unload conveyor here and use that to unload stuff if you don't want to be using the big Westfield one. But personally, I think that would be the season, like at least in my experience, a lot of people would just use their normal bin auger to load up their wagons and everything. But yeah, that's it for this demonstration today. If you enjoyed the video, please give it a thumbs up. Greatly appreciate it. If you're enjoying you want to check out some of my other content on the channel, go visit that. And if you're, feel free to subscribe. It really helps out the channel. The biggest thing it is, remember to support all our modders out there. Like I said, I'll have the links to all these mods in the video that you've seen me messing around with, even the Oliver and the Cobros wagon and everything else in the channel and description of the video. And I also have all the modders and their other web pages. If I missed any, if any of the modders get on and need correct information, please let me know and I'll get that corrected right away, so that way everyone gets the right full credit. Anyways, that's all I got for you all today. I hope you all have a wonderful rest of the day, and most of all, thanks for watching.